Hello and welcome back to our Bible story time. I am so glad that you're here today. We're reading stories from the Lectionary Story Bible, which is by Ralph Milton, and I'm so grateful Ralph gave his permission for us to use his stories. Today we're reading Matthias Becomes an Apostle, and that's based on Acts 1, 15 to 17 and 21, 26. After Jesus died, he became alive again in a new way. He talked to his friends and asked them to stay together so that they could be God's people. I'm going to live with God again, so now it's your job to keep on telling my story. Jesus' friends were not very sure what to do. Jesus wasn't there to help them. They were still afraid that the soldiers would come and get them. Let's go back to Jerusalem, they said. We can go to that big house, the one with the big room upstairs. We need to plan with each other so we know what to do. It was a little bit crowded in that room. There were about 120 people. All of them were Jesus' friends and followers. Peter stood up on some stairs near the end of the big room. He had to talk loudly so everyone could hear. My friends, he said, there's something important we have to do. You all know that Jesus chose 12 of his disciples to be his apostles. Apostles are people who are special leaders that help us to live God's way. One of those apostles was Judas, but he decided he didn't want to be Jesus' friend anymore, so we have to choose someone else. That will be hard to do, said Mary of Magdala. It should be someone who was with Jesus right from the time he was baptized by John in the river. That's a good idea, said Peter. This new apostle should also be a person who saw Jesus alive again after the soldiers had killed him. So all the friends of Jesus talked to each other. Finally, they decided that there were two people who could take the place of Judas, Justus and Matthias. How can we choose between them? Peter asked. They are both kind and good people who try hard to live God's way. I have an idea, said Mary. Let's write Justus's name on one small stone, then Matthias's name on another. We'll put the two big stones in a bowl. We'll say a prayer and ask God to help us choose the right person. And so Mary prayed out loud, Dear God, you can see into our hearts. When we pick one name out of the bowl, make it be the one who should become your new apostle. Then Mary closed her eyes tight and reached into the bowl. The name she picked was Matthias, and that's how Matthias became one of the apostles. I'm so glad that you're here to join us today. I hope you'll be back again tomorrow for another story time. Until then, take care.